for the Arizona SWOT Net. Doug will be with us in a little bit here. He's having some technical problems. But in the meantime, Dan, W7KMV in Silver City for Phoenix. So if anybody would like to work Dan over in Silver City, go down to 144-240, 144-240, and he will be standing by for those aircraft to line up so he can work you there. Over. Okay, that's what I've got. We have any other early check-ins from any location for the Arizona SWOT Net? Nothing heard on this end here. Robert, you want to give it a shot?
I'm back.
The man be back. Good morning, Doug.
Yeah, good morning, everybody, and I finally got things rolling here, and I believe we are streaming. Looks like I've got audio now. So I did restart it there, Chuck, and that did help. And then I didn't have anything else configured because I got sidetracked trying to get the audio stream going. So there we go. And then one of the computers, I had to change the password on the Wi-Fi network and typing in the right password, but it just won't come up. So there goes the air scatter radar. But anyway, so we're up and running. I see you guys got the list started, and I appreciate all the help there. And so we'll get things going. I see Dan is monitoring down south there of us here on 240. So with that, we'll go ahead and get some more check-ins going. The K7EME.
Doug, you want to try Steve in Lakeside real quick? He says it's freezing up there.
Yeah, I imagine it's getting colder. Yeah, just a second here. I got to reach over here and get the rotor going, and we'll move right over there. N7THW, N7THW. Steve, do you copy? N7THW, N7THW, K7EME. Nothing heard. I'll come back toward Phoenix here, and I've got I grabbed the wrong headphones here. I got a shorter leash here. Anyways, what a way to start the morning. Anyway, so let me. I got sidetracked also because there's a capsule with aliens coming to land in Utah here. Believe it or not, guys, with an asteroid sample, and I had that going on another stream, and so anyway, it's a lot of things going on here, and I got all bollocksed up. But if somebody could check the live stream and see if my audio is okay, then I think we're golden. All right, K7EME for the Arizona SWOT Net. Anybody copy? We're taking early check-ins.
K7HAM.
Good morning, Lynn, and thank you for the glasses. I appreciate that.
Okay, well, obviously you got them. Just got back in from my bike ride, so thought I'd check in.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to try them out yet, but I did get that envelope, and I sure appreciate it. I'll let you know the results. I'm going to try to look for some sunspots later on today.
Okay, well, I gave you like 6 pair. I didn't know how many would get squashed in shipping.
I haven't opened it yet, but the package was the envelope was in great shape. So thanks for all of those.
Okay, I'll be hanging around for the net.
Okay, sounds good. Again, appreciate it. Anybody else?
Hello, Doug, K7EME. Just wanted to check to see if my list is up to date. I ran down and talked to Den.
Oh, okay. Hey, congratulations. I'm glad you got a hold of Den. Well, since George, all we've had is Lynn, K7HAM.
Okay, looking good. Let's see, yeah, you're online. So, nope, don't see you online yet, but we've got it going. You know, actually heard Den on the loop.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've worked in from 250 miles, I think, with his loop when he's mobile or camping, and I was able to do that. So anyway, that sounds good. And I am on NetLogger. I'm on a different computer than normal, but I have everything up down to number 13. Lynn there, so I don't know why you don't see me, but I've got the AIM window up and everything. But I am tied in.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I do see you now. Yeah, very good. He actually peaked at just one bar over S9 there for a while.
Oh yeah, when you get and especially depending on the kind of plane you get, you know, do you have any idea what aircraft it was?
No, I don't have that up and running. I just take advantage of it where it's there. And Jerry also made copy with him, so that's an additional 60 miles. I think Jerry's from me.
Hey, that is great. Congratulations, guys. That is perfect. And yeah, a couple of weeks ago or last week there was a 787. And that, of course, is a pretty good-sized airliner that was making a morning run up toward either the Bay Area or something, but it was in a good position for you guys. And I don't know if that's a regular flight now or not, but there was when it came between us, we really had a good enhancement, and he was S9 here as well off of that. So that was, a lot better than you get off the 737s and such.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Anyway, I'll stand by and let you get started.
Yeah, okay, getting settled in now. So anyway, let's get some more check-ins in here. K7EME for the Arizona SWOT Net.
And 7RK.
Good morning, Dave. How you doing this morning?
I'm fine, Doug. I haven't checked in probably over a month. We were down in Hermosillo, and then a week later went over to California and visited ham plant M6BP and did some other stuff. But doing okay. How are you? K7EME and 7RK.
I am doing fine. Having some big station changes around here. I've gone over to a Flex, and so we got that going on with a lot of computer changes here. I don't know if you knew, but we now live stream the net on YouTube, and so yeah, a lot of things been going on since you've last checked in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I knew about the live streaming. I think I've listened several weekends that I didn't check in. I did miss the VHF contest. We came back from Hermosillo on Saturday. I thought I'd operate Sunday, and I just didn't feel like it. And I didn't miss anything.
Well, yeah, it wasn't real busy. A lot of the big folks were out of town. There weren't any rovers. Yeah, it was kind of lightly attended. I didn't get active in it. I did hand out some contacts. The guys up in Utah were on. But yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to guess that you're going to be able to stick around, and unless you get the breakfast call.
You got it. That's it. Yeah, Gary gave me the details on the contest, M7IR, and I heard there were no rovers, and it was pretty grim. Gary and I have been friends for 59 years. He lived near me. We were novices at the same time and lived about 2 miles apart in Orange County, California. And he ended up here, and I ended up here.
I know you guys have been basically lifelong friends. I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, and you both live not that far from each other. That's awfully cool. Well, you take her easy, and we'll talk to you later unless breakfast is on the table. Thanks for checking in, Dave.
Very good, K7EME and 7RK.
Okay, you got it. Anybody else? K7EME.
Kilo 7, Alpha Echo 7, Mike Yankee.
Yeah, let's see. There was a couple of you. Kilo 7 Tango. Go ahead.
Kilo 7 Tango India. Doug, the name here is Phil, and I'm just doing a quick portable check-in. I'm playing around with antennas and trying to do the best I can. How do you copy?
I copy pretty well, Bill. You're not super strong. Where are you located?
Queen Valley.
Oh, you're off the back of the antenna. Okay, well, you're doing pretty well. And what's your last? It's Kilo 7 Tango Lima. Is that correct?
India.
Okay, so Bill, you're down in Green Valley, and what are you running?
No, it's Queen. She married the king, Queen Valley. And I'm running a 991 with a hybrid, who did it and ran, Yagi.
Okay, very good. I got the correction on the call as in Queen Valley. Okay. Very good. And you're running a 991 and a homebrew Yagi, it sounds like. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a quick class, but I got my hands into it. I think I'd like to say I made it better.
Okay, well, you're not super strong, but you are making it here down to Tucson, and appreciate you checking in. Are you going to be able to stick around if you'd like to get into the rotation after 8:30?
No, Doug, I cannot do that. It's enough out here, and I'm tired and I want to go home.
Okay, well, I appreciate you checking in, and certainly am happy to see you come back one of these days. So sounds good, Bill, and you're definitely making it down here. So you got things working, and especially if you're kind of down in a hole, like you said, you're doing pretty well so far. So thanks for checking in. I appreciate it.
Okay, so yeah, I'll be back next week. I'm waiting on another antenna.
Okay, you kind of took a fade there, but I think you said you'd be back either next week or something like that. All right, well, 7-3s, and thank you for checking in, and we'll catch you. Look forward to catching you later. And there was one other station, and now I had your call in my head, and I didn't get it written down. Mike Yankee, was that?
Yeah, Roger. This is Alpha Echo 7, Mike Yankee. Dave here in Phoenix.
Okay, Dave. I got the Mike Yankee. All right, Dave. Thanks for checking in again. And are you going to be able to stick around?
Roger. I'll be able to stick around. I just put up a temporary antenna, so it's just a halo at 30 feet, but I hope it works better than it did last week.
Well, I'll tell you what. Your 100 watts and the halo, I've got you at 5/9. So I'd say it is working well at 30 feet.
Well, thanks for the report. It's better than I expected, considering it's just a piece of heliac bent in a circle. So, go ahead.
Well, hey, it's doing a good job. So your heliax bent in a circle is performing well. So great. I'm glad. I mean, what a easy copy signal. So you're just, you know, you're not quite booming in, but you're knocking on the door of that.
Signal report?
Yeah, go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, sorry, I doubled with you before. Yeah, Dave, you got a 10/9 signal to me on a loop in East Mesa, over.
Okay, well, it sounds like really good reports. I mean, the SWR on the antenna is actually perfect. It seemed to be resonant, but since it's got a homeowners association, it's only up temporarily on a fiberglass pole. So it's good to hear the great report. Thanks. AZ7NY.
There you go. Thanks. N7 meeting.
All right, another victory over the homeowners associations. I'm all for that. Okay, Dave, we got you down on the list. Let's see, anybody else? K7EME? KD7UUN. Mike, I don't have my antenna over there, but I got you in there. How you doing? And you going to be able to stick around?
Yeah, doing good. Just running good, and yeah, I'll be here.
All right, thanks a lot. Anybody else? All right, I see that Chuck, especially that OSIRIS-REx landed and the parachute deployed, and so they're heading over to pick it up. So we have about 9 ounces of asteroid Bennu on Earth now.
That's pretty cool. There's going to be some really interesting results that come from that. You actually get a real physical sample. I mean, that's pretty monumental when you think about it. That's a first for humanity.
Oh, no kidding. I remember some years ago they had a return, and I think it also landed in Utah, but all it did was fly through the tail and tried to get, you know, a few milligrams of dust or something. But this is actually bits and pieces and stuff, I guess the size of a softball. So what a great deal. I mean, that's exciting, and it was nice to, they did some good camera work. It was nice to see that parachute come out after all that time in space and everything working so well. So be anxious to see the on-ground video feed as they walk right up to the thing. Anyway, let's see. Anybody else out there? K7EME. Let me try Steve again up there. So, Steve, here's a warning. I'm turning your way. Let's see here. That should about do it. N7THW, N7THW, K7EME.
He's in there, Doug.
Yeah, he's real light, but I know. Okay.
N7THW, NJ6D, Steve, you're coming in here really nice and clear. Yeah, very good. The new little amplifier is doing its job. So yeah, you just came up pretty strong, Steve. Okay, Roger, Steve. Yep, copy the 41 degrees, and it's a little bit chilly in the operating position, so you're going to move back to the house. So very good. Doug, are you hearing him now? He came up quite a bit.
Yeah, he's not coming over here. We ran into that before where he would fade out for you and come up for me, so I don't have him as of right now. So thanks for the relay on that. And Steve, I doubt you're copying me right now, but get a blanket out and wrap yourself up and sit with the laptop and enjoy the net. Okay, so we'll put you down as in and out.
All right, Steve. Steve, we got you down as in and out, and you'll be monitoring the live stream, and thanks for checking in. And yeah, it's working, the path, at least between the two of us, is working well. So get yourself warm, NJ6D.
Okay, back on the Phoenix area here, and anybody else wishing to check in to the Arizona SWOT Net?
K7 Victor, November Echo.
Yeah, okay, K7EME, and I heard part of somebody else in there. So, Vince, go ahead. How you doing this morning?
Well, I just got back from walking the new monster, got on to eat, and I got to get on me. We got chewing up wires. But other than that, I'll be in and out, man.
Okay, how's the beast doing?
He's doing good. I'll be glad when he loses those needle teeth. My hands aren't going to take much more of this.
Oh yeah, those puppy teeth are pretty sharp. Okay, well, sounds good. I'm glad you guys are you made it through the first week, and sounds good. So you take her easy, and we got you down as in and out. Thanks for checking in.
All right, Doug, take care, man. 7-3.
Okay, and who was the other station?
Yeah, Doug, I think it was just me. You were doubling with Steve there for a second, but he's all good. He's checked out. Yeah,
okay, very good. Well, that's good, and I appreciate the relay there because we just didn't have propagation over here on this side of the mountain today. All right, let's see. Hello. Yeah, okay, we're just checking the power here. Seems like I don't have quite as much as usual, but we've got plenty enough. Anyway, let's see. Anybody else out there? K7EME. Yeah, good morning, Mike. Boy, I'm not hearing you very well at all. I wonder if I've got something going on here. WD7R, Mike, are you, just please for me, would you check and make sure you're aimed toward Tucson?
Yeah, that's what it was. Sorry about that. I was up north, WD7R. That should be much better now.
Okay, you got me paranoid there. Okay, sounds good. All right, we got you down for the list there, Mike.
Yeah, good signal this morning, Doug. Yeah, I was a little worried too, and sorry, we had a late night last night. Saw the ASU USC game. Great game, but we didn't get home till about midnight, so I'm only running about 6 cylinders out of 8.
Okay, well, we'll give you time to sit back and get the cobwebs out, and yeah, those football games in the evenings can run late. I didn't see the score. Who prevailed?
Well, of course, USC is pretty tough to beat, so it was a good game, though. ASU had some good plays, but I think it ended up being 42-28.
Okay, well, they hung in there with them. That's good. My undergrad alma mater, Washington State, actually is 4-0, and they beat 2 ranked teams doing it. So I'm happy for them. Of course, they're about the only remaining member of the Pac-12. So I guess they'll have to. I don't know where they'll land, but anyways, it is what it is. All right, thanks for checking in, Mike. Let's see, anybody else out there?
Hey, Mike, WD7R NJ6D. Really good copy on you this morning. Nice conditions when you got the antenna pointed down here.
Yeah, good morning, Chuck. Good copy, armchair here this morning. Looking forward to hearing more about it tonight, WD7R.
Roger. Back to you, Doug. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. You got to play with that new amp, and it certainly sounds good. Really, really good. You got the audio spot on. Let's see. I'm going to swing out toward the west and northwest. K7EME for the Arizona SWOT Net. Who was that? Inning and Queen?
Kilo 8 Whiskey Queen in Mesa.
Oh, okay. I turned away from Mesa, but yeah, very good. Kilo 8 Whiskey Queen. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got home from breakfast. I'm kind of cheated you guys to be a one and done this morning. Because I had a wild one yesterday and really wore my legs out, so I'm going to take an early nap before I start my game. Because I've got a lot planned this afternoon. So, is that a subject you, K7EME?
Okay, Gene, very good. Well, yeah, get a rest and get a nap. Absolutely. That's what Sunday afternoons are meant for. Or Sunday mornings, why not? And thanks for remembering us and taking the time to check in, but we'll put you down as in and out.
You're doing real good there. Well, at first you couldn't hear me because I had it on the off radio. I had it in my handheld. It's amazing. You put it on the right switch, it works better. If you're hitting your about an S7, S8, and sometimes even peak at 9, so you're doing real good. Plus they said you're sleeping. It's time to talk to you guys for the next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, Gene. Yeah, I brought the antenna a little more on you there, and I can give you at peaks. There's QSB, but at peaks you're an S7, and not too much below that in between. So solid copy as well. All right. Well, get some rest, and we'll catch up with you next week. Thank you much. And with that, I'll boost around here toward the northwest again. K7EME, anybody out toward Lake Havasu or northwestern Arizona, K7EME. And just in case, looking a little further out to the west, K7EME. And I'm going to try the northeast again, K7EME for the Arizona SWOT net. And let's try out to the east and southeast, K7EME. One more time, anybody to the east, southeast, Tucson, anybody over that way? All right, and heading back toward the Phoenix area. All right, standing by for more check-ins.
W7IXA.
Yeah, good morning, Doug. How you doing this morning?
Hey, just fine. Everything's good. Nice to see some cool weather, and good morning to you and the rest of that there. W7IXA.
Amen to the cooler weather. Although, it's still pushing 100 down here, but it's getting a lot more tolerable. So wintertime projects are going to be in full swing here. That's for sure. You've been keeping busy on the workbench?
No, I've been on vacation for a couple of weeks, so I haven't been around. I took some time off, no radio, just cruising down the river back in Tennessee.
Hey, all right. Did you do some fishing or just cruising?
Cruising and visiting all kinds of places. Went to Graceland in Memphis and did the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville and a bunch of other things that weren't quite as exciting in between, but nice ship cruise for 7 days on the various rivers back there.
All right. I've been hearing that the Mississippi has been kind of low. Excuse me. The water levels were fairly low. Did your boat have any troubles with that on these other rivers? Did your boat have any?
Yeah, wow, that was weird. Started to hear you again, almost like a recording. Yeah, as a matter of fact, the first part of our trip was scuttled because the Mississippi was too low, so instead of shipping out of Memphis on the Mississippi, we got bussed up to Savannah, Tennessee, and then started our cruise from there. So that was disappointing, but hey, things happen.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe they'll get it picked back up with the winter time. Who knows? Crazy water situations around. All right. Well, very good. And thanks for checking in, stopping by, and say hello to the folks up on the 432 group.
I can do it. Yeah, it certainly is crazy water thing, all right. You got too much or not enough. It always seems like there's no in between. It's one extreme or the other, just like the heat.
Yeah, it's and who can predict it? You just never know. Hopefully El Nino will drop a little more water on us down here this winter, but again, who knows? All right, Doug, catch you later.
Okay, you too. Thanks for running the net there. Catch you later. W7I, stay clear.
Okay, 7-3s, and I see Warren is online, K7CWA. How you doing this morning, Warren?
Well, just waiting for a clear spot to jump in there and check in, but you call me first. Nothing special today, but I'm here.
Okay, well, very good, and so I'm glad you're here, and we got you on the list, and appreciate you checking in. I see Dan, N9 Oscar Bravo Bravo, is online. Wonder if he, Robert, can you send him a note to look for the live stream and click on either Chuck's or mine, and he can listen in, because I think he's probably still back east.
Check, CP's here.
Yeah, hey, Al, are you on frequency? All right, well, I'm going to have to swing down toward Green Valley here to have any chance of getting him, so I'll do that. Dan, N9OBB, are you back in Arizona? N9OBB, K7EME. Yeah, nothing heard there, so we'll just stand by. Let's see who else is lurking out there. I don't see anybody else. Okay, K7EME for the Arizona SWOT net. Yeah, good morning, Serge. KT6KT, K7EME. Good morning, Serge. How you doing up there? Okay, conditions aren't real strong at the moment, but I got you in there into the net. We're in a bit of QSB right now, Serge. Over. All right, so not the greatest path right now to Las Vegas. Chuck, did you hear him? Did you want to try?
Yeah, I heard him. KT6KT, November Juliet 6 Delta, NJ6D. Are you copying me at all, Serge? Over. He was there for a moment. I think it was probably an aircraft enhancement.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he even heard me there, because he was in and out just real quick. But anyways, we'll see. Serge, KT6KT, do you copy it all right now? Yeah. Okay. Well, we got him in there. Maybe he'll. Sometimes he sticks around and waits for a little better path, and so he may be back. K7EME.
KG7 PTP.
Albert, how are you doing? KG7 PTP. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, I'm nearing the end of my project. It's kind of kept me off the air. I'm in the midst of doing a full solar conversion on the ham shack here, and also to be able to run a couple of the heavier energy units in the house there to lower my electric bill each month. So anyways, I'll be working on that a little bit later this morning, so I'll be in and out. I just wanted to check in real fast and say howdy.
Okay, very good. And Serge, I heard you on CW there, so stand by. Yeah, okay, Albert, good luck on the solar conversion. I've been adding to mine and making a few changes, and yeah, it's nice to not have to rely on the grid. All right, sounds good. We'll catch you later, Albert. Thanks for the update.
No problem. You guys have fun, and I'll be listening to that. If I get a chance to drop in later, I will and say hi. KG7, PTP clear.
Okay, sounds good. And Serge, do we have a better path right now? KT6KT, K7EME. Okay, not T. Usually we have better propagation than that. So anyway, not hearing him right at the moment. Okay, Serge, we'll stand by.
KJ7GSK.
T7 Papa Sierra Kilo. Is that right? Please run that by me again.
Yeah, hi, good morning, Doug. This is KJ7GSK, Golf Sierra Kilo.
Okay, there you go. I got you, John. Okay, good morning and good signal. Just my ears aren't working very well this morning. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Working portable today. I'm a little bit outside of about 20 miles southeast of Wickenburg. I did take your recommendation to upgrade my toe axle. And how's my signal this week? Over.
You're above S7 going to S8, so it works. Very good, and you're out of Wickenburg. Excellent, John. So, what are you portable at a residence or something, or what's your situation?
In the middle of the desert with no visibility of humanity in sight. I'm working portable, running off of a 30 amp-hour battery, powering my FT897, running some LMR style. I got some knockoff stuff. It's called the KMR 400, feeding into a Yankee pointing south down your direction.
Okay, well, it's made a huge difference because you're further away than you were at your QTH, of course, and I'm glad you were able to get some LMR 400 because that, like I say, that RG58 soaks energy up like a sponge at 2 meters, and so I can't wait till you get back to your shack because absolutely you're out in the middle of nowhere and running portable and on a battery, and you are doing great down here.
Thank you so much for the recommendation for the coax, Doug. Also, I'm running 20 watts. If I'm coming in clear, no need to run 50 watts on my end. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm hearing another station in there, but with 20 watts, you're doing just fine.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Doug, and get me back to the net.
Okay, we got you down for the net. Appreciate it. And so excellent. Good job, John. And was there another station calling there? Yeah, I guess not. Let's see. Anyway, good job, John. All right. Let's see. Anybody else wishing to check in? K7EME. Okay, all of a sudden I got a big burst of power line noise here. Let me kick the noise blinker on. I think that was Jim, WX7G, and I'll get you that correction, Robert.
Yes, sir, that was accurate.
All right, well, the noise blinker took it out, and you are golden there, Jim. You going to be able to stick around?
I will be here for the duration. Always enjoy it.
Okay, you got it, my friend. And, Robert, the last station was Kilo Juliet 7, Golf Sierra Kilo, portable. KJ7 Golf Sierra Kilo, portable. That's John, and he's up near Wickenburg, running 20 watts, portable out in the middle of nowhere.
didn't repeat it.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, very good. All right, we're up to date then. K7EME.
Yeah, Doug, I had a good copy on John as well. No trouble. Wasn't super strong, but he was well above the noise.
Yeah, that's great. John sent me an email asking about how he could make his signal a little better, and he mentioned that he was running RG58 last week from his house, and he was up in New River, and I had a lot of trouble kind of pulling him out, but we got him, and I mentioned about LMR 400 instead of the RG58, and here you go, he's out with the 400 and portable with 20 watts. So makes a huge, boy, there's a graphic example of what the right kind of coax will do for you. But I'm glad you were copying him there, and so sounds good. And boy, that amplifier sounds terrific.
Well, thanks, Doug. Yep, I think it's doing what it's supposed to do, so pretty happy about that. So anyway, I can't. The next thing, I can't wait to get an antenna up off the roof and up on the tower. That'll make a huge difference here on too, whether it's the big one or the small one.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Your receive, and on both ends, you get that monster Yagi up, and you're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Absolutely. I can't wait to see that thing play. All right, let's see. We got a little over 10 more minutes. Anybody else out there? Kilo 7. What's the suffix? Oh, Bill, KK7BV. Very good. How you doing up there in Kingman, Bill? Good copy down here. Nice to hear you on. Go ahead. Yeah, everything's doing fine down here. I was just peeking up on you a little bit. So anything new with your station? Yeah, Bill. Anything new with your station? Go ahead. Okay, a little bit of QSB there. But anybody else on frequency like to try to work Bill, KK7 Bravo Victor? You got to aim up toward Kingman there, and let's see. Anybody copied him?
Yeah. Can I give it a try, Drug?
Yeah, go ahead there, Chuck.
Yeah, Bill, KK7 Bravo Victor, Kilo 7 Bravo Victor. Do you copy November Juliet 6 Delta, NJ6D, over?
Did you copy that station, Bill?
November Juliet 6 Delta, NJ6D. Do you copy, Bill? I think he may have come back to me, Doug, but he dropped down. He's really light for me.
Yeah, he did come back to you. Bill, did you get the call there? Yeah, he's dropped way down.
Yeah, it was Q5 there for a moment. Let me try one more time. Kilo 7 Bravo Victor, November Juliet 6 Delta, Norway Japan 6 Denmark. How copy? Over. Nothing here.
Yeah, okay, Bill. We're going to put you on the list, and we'll try back later if you're going to be able to stick around. Don't worry if you can't, but at least we got you checked in, had a good bit of enhancement there, and then QSB got you. But one more try. Are you copying it all now at this time? Yeah, I heard you come back, but boy, I can't get any words out of it there. All right, we'll catch you later, Bill. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for checking in.
85 NLP.
Yeah, good morning, Mike. K7EME. How you doing?
We're doing good here. I looked at the clock and I see it was almost time to start the net. Firing up net logger as we're speaking.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we've got you down on the list, and we'll get you in the rotation. Thanks for checking in, Mike.
Thanks a lot, Doug. You got a good signal in here at Glendale, so whatever you're doing right. 85 NLP.
Well, my antennas are awfully beat up, but that'll get rectified here in the coming winter here. So, yeah, we're limping along, but we're hanging in there. All right, thanks, Mike. Anybody else out there for the Arizona SWOTnet? Let me try out to the east again, and I wonder if Pete's lurking about. Pete, N6ETA, you out there?
I do be.
K7EME.
Okay, Pete, and I got you, Troy. How you doing this week, Pete?
Oh, about same old, same old. A little bit of this, a little bit of that every day.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we got you on the list, and we'll see how you're doing there shortly, or maybe a little longer than shortly, but we got you on the list. And Troy, how about you? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Doug. I'm on the 736 this morning, so not certain how much power I'm running.
Okay, well, I'm kind of over on you, and you're doing fine here, and it sounds good. Yeah, what do those things run on 2 meters? Probably 20, 25 watts, I think.
Yeah, and I've got it actually hooked to the amplifier, but I'm not certain whether I'm underdriving it or overdriving it. I haven't got the watt meters in there to check on that.
Okay, well, it doesn't sound overdriven. You're probably on a different mic. You sound a little bit different for that reason, but it sounds good. Troy, are you going to be able to stick around?
I think so. I know I'm at the bottom of the list.
Okay, well, if you can't, no worries. We'll keep you on the list there. And I'm going to turn back up toward Phoenix here. All right, let's see. We have a couple other people there. WB5MR, Mike Radio, and KF7TXE. I see they're online. If you guys are listening on 2 meters, I'll take a listen here.
The one guy's out of Texas, but KF7TXE is in Bisbee, Arizona.
Okay, he's the one that's listening online, and he's not up where he can get a signal up this way, I believe. Mike, KD7UUN knows him. So, Mike, is there any change? Should I swing down toward Bisbee to see if I can get him? Go ahead.
No, he's not ready yet.
Yeah, okay, all right, that's what I thought, but I'm glad he's lurking about there, and yeah, if he ever gets up on decides to go up on a hill and work portable, we'll definitely make a lot of effort to see if we can get him in here. Okay, let's see, W7KZM, Ken, I see you're out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. Just finished breakfast and looking out the window and enjoying my morning. How are you all today?
Well, enjoy your breakfast. And I didn't get a chance to get a bite to eat. I had some computer issues here, but I'm sorry you mentioned that because now my stomach is grumbling, but hey, it is what it is. We got you on the list, Ken. You're going to be able to stick around, right?
Roger, roger. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Okay, very good. All right, minute and a half or so to go, K7EME.
K7EME, K7ZYP.
Yeah, go ahead, Al.
Yeah, did you watch the thing come in?
Yeah, I did. In fact, I got it on in here right now. All right. Well, it's the magic hour, so we'll get things rolling. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Arizona Sidewinders on 2Net. This net is open to all amateurs, and we meet every Sunday morning at this time, 1530 Zulu, and we begin taking check-ins approximately 1 hour earlier. I am Doug, K7EME, located in southern Arizona, running legal limit to what used to be a large antenna array covering all of Arizona and into the surrounding states. So we're on one of the double antennas here this morning. The purpose of this net is to encourage VHF and higher band activity here throughout the Southwest. And for more information, all you need to do is check our website, AZ-SWOT for SidewindersOn2.net. And that is sponsored by Robert, November 7 Victor Delta, who is also running the NetLogger section of this net, where online you can monitor the live check-in list and post messages if you need us to point your way to get you checked in here on 2 meters. So we're now going to take some further check-ins by compass heading, and I'm going to try up toward Las Vegas here first thing again and see if Serge is still out there. Conditions weren't that great this morning. Serge, are you still out there? KT6KT? Okay, and how about you, Bill, KK7 Bravo Victor? Are you copying now up there in Kingman? Anybody else out to the northwest, K7EME? All right, we're going to swing around toward the northeast and look up that way, K7EME. Anybody up that way? And looking out toward the west, the east and the southeast, K7EME. Okay, guys, I'm back on the Phoenix heading here, and we'll get things started. So, again, lately we've been running the YouTube live stream. Today we have two streams, one from Chuck at NJ6D, and the other one from this station on YouTube. And you can just check, just do AZ space SWOT space Sunday and do a search there to find it, or the URLs are listed on NetLogger there. If you look back in the NetLogger list, Chuck posted both of them there for the direct address. And let's see, Hamfest coming up October 7th here in Tucson. It's getting closer and closer, and there's another one mid-month next month up in Payson. I'm not sure the exact day. I have 17th written down, but that doesn't sound right. The only other thing is the aliens have landed up in Utah, so keep an eye out toward the north. They may be coming south, so who knows. But very cool mission from the asteroid Bennu, and it's on the ground. People are walking right up to the thing and taking pictures. So it's a successful return of something like 9 ounces of that asteroid. So anyway, very, very cool stuff happening. With that, we'll get things rolling here and put it up to Robert and find out what Robert's been up to. Go ahead, Robert.
All right, K7EME in the SWAT net, November 7, Victor Delta, Robert Review, Northeast Mesa. And let's see, our SWAT number 3051. Just checking out your live stream. Sounds good. No problems. Really good copy. Anyway, not much going on. Just been catching up with, since the weather's been good, catching up on yard work and such. Had some wind damage from the storm, but nothing on the antennas, so everything survived, which I was extremely happy with, because I know we had some serious wind here. We had some other stuff that got damaged. I had to clean up a cactus, one of the natural gorse saguaros. It was about 25 feet tall. Got blown over, and we had to cut it up and all that. And, that kind of stuff. But anyway, looking forward to the cooler weather, and we're going to do some improvements on our antennas as well. So, let's see. That's about it. Everybody else sounding good. Good copy tonight, or this morning. K7EME and 7BD.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. And just to comment on the audio, I'm having to run quite a bit of noise blanking there now. I've got an S7 power line noise all of a sudden out of nowhere up toward Phoenix. So if you hear a little raggedness on it, it's the noise blanker on the 9700 here. Anyways, sounds good, Robert. And yeah, sorry to hear about that saguaro. You thinking how old something like that is, and for it to get blown over. My wife saw that here in the Saguaro National Park, there was something like, I think I want to say 1,900 saguaros that they have cataloged so far as having been blown over during that wind event that came through here and messed a lot of people up. And so that was something. Driving through the park, you don't really notice any up close to the road, but that's a phenomenal amount of, just a shocking amount of cacti that have, saguaros that have gone over. Let's see. Unfortunately, not a lot of antennas along with them. Al, K7ZYP, good morning. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. And what's your report today?
K7EME, K7ZYP. Good morning, everybody. Well, I don't know. I think I'm getting used to not be able to, or feeling like I can't breathe. But we're doing okay. We're getting it checked out and all that stuff. Yeah, watch the little capsule come back to Utah today. Aliens in it. Yep. And boy, can those people over there talk. They sure are proud of themselves. And on the NASA channel there. And we'll see. I wonder which part of the test range it came down in. They're really not saying. They're just saying that it came down the Utah test and range there. But kind of interesting. Let's see, copying everybody rather well this morning. I did talk to Steve on the phone. Steve said it was 41 degrees up there this morning. That's why he wasn't sticking around talking on the radio very much. So, and he had some more bear activity last night, but they picked the bear trap up yesterday. So, I don't know. He's been having a lot of bear activity in his neighborhood there for, about 3 weeks now. And they didn't catch any bears. Let's see, what else? I don't know. We got a good list going here, that's for sure. And copying, like I say, everybody, from time to time anyway. So with that, I got the FT736R that I bought up at the Ham Fest a year or two ago, and got it down off the shelf, put it on 222 this week, and the thing works great. Checked into Robert's Net with it, and had a real good time with it. Now I'm going to box it back up and put it back on the shelf, and leave it there in case my little transverter gives out on 222. So, anyway, that was a lot of fun getting that thing out. I'm going to be playing with some other radios that I've had sitting around here for a while. My wife is up in Flagstaff for 2 weeks. She'll be back 2 weeks from yesterday or something like that. So, I'm trying to move around a little bit more, get some stuff done. Anyway, with that, back to net control. K7EME. Everybody have a good day. Hope to catch you on 3695.
Okay, excellent, Al. And so there's two of you working on 736Rs this weekend. Troy up there in Oracle, and yourself. So what a great radio. What a great Yaesu had it going on there for VHF radios there back in the 80s with a great job on those. Let's see. Chuck is next, NJ6D, and so Chuck, I know you've got lots of news. I've heard it, but why don't you tell everybody about what's going on at the station there?
Okay, Doug and the group, NJ6D here. Well, as you've already heard, it's with the cooler mornings, it's antenna season in the desert Southwest now. And you've heard me talking quite a while about the big 2-meter Yagi project, and that is fully underway now. I'm sort of blogging it and documenting the progress on the AZ VHF Slack channel. So those of you that have that, there's a dedicated channel in that for antennas, and if you go to that channel, you can watch this thing come together. So as of yesterday, the boom is fully assembled, and the truss supports are all strung out and tensioned, and the boom is nice and straight. I put a laser pointer down the length of it, and the deviation is less than a quarter of an inch down the length of 48 feet plus. And so that's all good. And this later today, today's project is going to be get the driven element, the loop feed, all assembled and fitted to the boom where it needs to go, and then after that it's just cutting tubing and to length and putting it on the boom. And Doug, you saw those boomed element clamps. Actually, you was used one as a drill template for one of the for the truss eye screws, and it works great. I get it lined up. You put a little squeeze clamp on it and hold it in place, and then it is perfect. It keeps the holes all centered on the boom, etc. So that's with the antennas, and let's see, the other news from here, you've also heard me talking about the 2-meter amplifier project that's given me fits and wiggles along the way, and I'm talking to you on it now, and I think knock on coax or whatever, knock on wood, whatever you want to knock on, I think I got the gremlins worked out, and hopefully some of you are hearing me a little bit stronger than before. So I think I've got about, about 4 dB over where I was previously. So otherwise, I'm trying to think of what else, Doug, but I'm running out of things. But that's going to keep me busy. So the big antenna project, I think not this coming weekend, and the next weekend after that is the SWOT meet. So maybe the Sunday after the SWOT meet, or somewhere, if there's a convenient day, we may marshal the troops here and have a little antenna raising party and get the 2-meter Yagi up on the tower. So with that, Doug, we'll send it back to you, K7EME in the group, NJ6D.
All right. Well, exciting stuff, and you'll be definitely backing up the receive on this end. As well with the DX stations when you get that monster antenna up there, and I'm looking forward to that. And that amplifier project, what a great looking end result. And I know when you get it all wrapped up, you'll get photos on AZ Slack, AZ VHF Slack, and everybody will be able to take a look at that. So very cool. All right, let's see, Andy, KC7KW, how are you doing up there?
Hey, we're doing pretty darn good here. Everybody sounds good. Boy, gotta congratulate you and Chuck for the streaming. I got that working this morning, and Doug, you sound great on it. You got the audio perfect. It sounded fantastic. And good luck on the Flex, getting that codex handled. I have that problem when it's working great and doesn't work. You go into the computer's control panel under audio, and typically it's switched the codex on you without asking you. So yeah, that's part of the Windows. Anyway, not much here. Been working hard on getting things done around here. I had bench projects flying. I'm making boards for the modifications for the 9700, and I'm doing this and doing that. So staying up to my elbows, and we're getting ready for the nice antenna season. Going to get 24 gigs up on the 50-foot tower instead of just having portable. So that hopefully will be done soon. So back to that. Not a lot else here. KC7KW.
All right, very good, Andy. Well, I'm not on the Flex yet. I'm still waiting for the Q5 multibander, but I did order a 16-channel relay board that will interface with the Flex for remote controlling the Q5 multibander and all the amplifiers and preamps and stuff. So that's going to be a work in progress. The first band I'll get going will be 2 meters, absolutely, and probably another month I'll have that on for the net. So we'll see. Knock on wood or my empty head, one or the other, whichever echoes louder. All right, Andy, sounds good, and I'm glad you're feeling better and able to get on the net again here. Welcome back. Let's see, Jerry, W5RCQ, let's get the solar report in and tell us what's going on with you. Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, K7EME and the net, W5RCQ, Jerry in Sun City, SWOT number 3662. And all I can say is, it's back. I was bemoaning old fall kind of dying down on us a little bit with sunspots here a couple weeks ago. Well, I'm not moaning anymore. Today, there's 11 groups of spots. The sunspot number is 198. And to me, the magic number has always been 200. So we're almost there, and we should be seeing some propagation. Of course, the problem with sunspots is there's the good and the bad. It gives us and it takes us away. The 10.7 centimeter number is 182. and there's a bunch of CMEs on the way, and probably you may have already noticed if you're on the lower bands and all of a sudden it sounded like somebody cut your coax. But there's a new sunspot that's pouring out a bunch of M-class flares, and of course you know that a sunspot flare is that kind of a two-step process. The flare comes very quickly at the speed of light, and then if it's a big enough flare and it launches a bunch of particles out of the sun, they call it a CME, and then it comes a few days later. So we're scheduled for a CME or more today, and a bunch more on the way. So we'll be seeing that, that's for sure. So as I said, it's back. I guess the one last thing to mention is it was 66 degrees when I got in the shack this morning. Woo-wee, am I ever ready? Now we'll get 70 degrees in the midday. We'll be there again. So back to you, Doug. Good net. K7EME, W5RCQ.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, I vote for that. 70 degrees in the afternoon, and you can leave the back door open for the dogs to come in and out, and all the fresh air. And man, that's we're overdue. Very much overdue. All right. Well, thanks for the solar report. I'm glad to hear El Sol is kicking up again, and so far this sunspot cycle, it's not disappointing. So that is awesome. I see Jim N6CAZ is online. Jim, are you listening on 2 meters?
Yes, I am there, Doug. Just got in a little bit late.
Okay, no worries. We got you on the list. Sounds good. Okay, so let's go to Steve, W7WHB, up there in Gilbert. And Steve, how you been doing?
Well, thank you there, Doug, and good morning to the rest of the group. This is Steve, Whiskey 7, Whiskey Hotel Bravo, here in beautiful Gilbert, Arizona. SWOT number 3697. And we're doing great. I had a real good week, helping people out, helping myself, helping my kids. Help's what we've been dishing out this week, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Also, I received some help. 2 good friends of mine, KWQ and WXZ, came over, and the 3 of us proceeded to put some new running boards on my pickup. So they needed them. They needed the running boards. I don't have a problem getting in and out of my truck, but short people always have a problem. So we had to put the running boards on there. So we got that task out of the way. And then yesterday, as KWQ might have been telling you about, he's pretty tired because 2 of us, another friend, WB4IPB, George, and myself went with Gene to the RC flying place in East Mesa, and we flew his training RC model, and the airplane got 5 flights on it, and it came back in one piece each time, so we were happy about that. Although we did scare Gene. George and I scared Gene a couple of times. We made him nervous, but the plane came back intact both times. So that's all good. We're looking forward to seeing everybody here in a week or 2 down at the Radio Society of Tucson's Hamfest. And it's always nice to see the guys here on SWAT attend the Hamfest. And like Jerry was just saying, the sun is cooperating because on Friday's net that I run for 1010 International, the first time in a long time I had over 30 check-ins. So the sun is cooperating, things are getting back to normal, but I don't want to go through another CME where it wipes us clean for a while like we had before. But whatever the case, we make the best of it, and it's good to hear everybody on the net here today. Thanks for running it, Doug. This is W7WHB. Back to you.
Okay, very good, Steve. As a matter of fact, you're one of your colleagues out in Texas, K1IEB, Tim gave me a phone call this week, and had a great time talking to him, catching up, and he was lamenting the same exact thing about 1010, the net, and not much going on there propagation wise. So you guys will be 30 plus check-ins. That's terrific. So things will get rolling again, and with winter coming, you guys will have more to do than you know what, more folks to check in than you can deal with, and that'll be good. A very good thing. All right, let's see. Who is next? W7ADF, you are on board. Jim, how you doing up there?
Well, good morning, Doug. K7EME in the group. W7ADF in northeast Scottsdale, Rio Verde foothills. They're doing good here. Everybody's doing good. Haven't been doing much radio work. We've got a little issue going on with our shared well, water well. One of the above ground pressure pumps keeps popping the 30-amp circuit breaker. So I'm working on that. That's been my number one problem here for a few days. But still haven't gotten the tractor back. I'm waiting on that still. So that's yet to come. And been doing some things there on the XYL car, getting it kind of in shape for her, and doing some stuff outdoors when it's been in the cooler mornings and everything. So that's about it from here, but yeah, everybody's sounding good. So back to you, Doug. K7EME in the group, W7ADF.
Okay, very good. Well, sorry about the tractor, but when you get it back, you'll be reunited with your old friend, and I imagine you won't show up for a couple of weeks because you'll be out plowing the fields. Scraping the driveways and doing whatever, probably a lot of stuff for your neighbors as well. They're probably as anxious as you are to get that tractor back. All right, so very good, and we'll catch up with you during the week. Kilo November 7 Yankee. Jack, how are you doing? It's your turn.
Yeah, thank you very much, Doug and the group. I hope you can hear me well. And I can hear most everybody and swing my beam around if I can. It was kind of interesting to pop down and try to hear Den this morning from Silver City, New Mexico. I probably didn't stay long enough on the frequency of 240 to take advantage of something that is totally new to me, which is the reflection off of aircraft. That's really amazing to me to learn about that. And so, I'll try to do be more patient and do more of that, because that's really cool. Anyway, I have been in a couple of, participated in a couple of state QSO parties, and I did operate in the September VHF contest, and my entry was a single operator, 3-band, analog, low power, and I was able to squeeze out, about 42 contacts. So probably maybe a placer in Arizona, in the top 5 in that particular category, but certainly had a low score of less than 1,000 points. And so nothing fantastic. But in any case, it was a heck of a lot of fun. And, Dave, I've known Dave N7RK and Gary N7IR for some years, although maybe not as long as they've known each other. Both of them have been very, inspiring to me, DX-wise and the CADXA, and also more recently in VHF, UHF, as a lot of you have. And add Robert to that list, because he's helping me with 222, and we haven't talked in a little while, but it's coming. I guess 2 more things, and I'll hand it back to you, Doug. One is, another exciting thing. I received my approval for running more than, greater than 50 watts on 432. That was really important to me, to be able to take advantage of the 75 watts on the ICOM here. And that came through the FCC. Got a nice letter from the Department of Defense, and that was pretty cool to experience going through that process. And the other thing is, I mentioned a little while back I was building a 6-meter Yagi, And I've got it assembled, and I'm working on getting the gamma match built. I've got all the parts and pieces, and I just want to make sure that, you know, it's sturdy. I think a lot of difficulties that some people have with some of the older Cushcraft models, for example, is that gamma match breaks. The little plastic piece separator on the inside, the dielectric, that tends to dry out in Arizona heat and lasts about 10 years. So I've been addressing, you know, the possibility of that issue as well. So with all that, you know, thanks for listening. I'll send it back to you, Doug, and thank you so much for, you know, listening and also for running the net. And I love this, you know, net logger. That's really cool. Anyway, K7EME and N7 Victor Delta in the group. This is KN7Y. Back to you from a long-winded conversation.
Okay, no problem at all there, and excellent on all the above. And it's really nice to hear your progress as you're getting the station going there, Jack, and doing antenna work, building stuff. And I agree on the Cushcraft. I have had a couple different Cushcraft, several different Cushcraft antennas on 2 and 6 meters in decades past, and yeah, they tend not to hold up quite as well, but they're at least you can get replacement parts for them and keep them going. But yeah, you're doing a great job, and air scatter. You know, it's a unique opportunity we have every Sunday morning to those here in Arizona to try to work in and get a little experience with air scatter under their belts, because Den's in a good spot to where the aircraft travel through the space between Tucson and also Phoenix, and provide that little reflection up there in the sky that we need to be able to make it happen. And it's always a thrill, your first few air scatter contacts. So it'll happen for you. Just keep following Dan around, and you'll one of these days you'll do it. I have no doubt. Let's see, Dave, K7SWK. How are you doing this week, Dave? It's your turn. Go ahead.
Good morning, Doug. This is Dave, K7SWK, SWOT number 3729. I hope I'm doing better, Doug. Since the last 3 weeks fighting antenna problems, changed everything over to, I decided to just go new all the way, so I got new coax running from the radio to the antennas, and I had a couple of unusual things I want to run by the group real quick that I found along the way. So one of them was a coax selector switch, and the male drum that fits through the switch goes to the outside. If you get on that a little bit and twist that connector a little too hard, there's a set screw on the inside of the switch that a little Phillips, very small Phillips, and if you don't have that extremely tight, that thing will slide off, and when it does, that switch disconnects. I found that is a problem. And then I did find a piece of bad coax in it, and you warned me about having good coax. I did replace it with RG213U, which I heard was about one step under the LMR. So anyways, I hope you can hear me better than you could. I think my next step, hopefully, is to get a little bit more power in the wire, and we'll see what happens from there. But anyways, looking forward to getting a little further along with this. The one thing that's a little strange about this particular band is that it's kind of a quiet band, so it's one that's kind of tough to go on there and say, hey, how do I sound? Because you might have to wait until Sunday to ask somebody that question. But anyways, I do appreciate all your help, Doug, and I do appreciate Jerry helped me quite a bit with talking me through a few obstacles that I had. But I do appreciate the group. I'm having fun, and I think that's what it's about. So anyways, with that, I'll see you, Doug, K7SWK back to net.
Okay, very good, Dave. And if you get a chance to listen to the live stream, you come up at about an hour and 23 minutes into the live stream there, and just if you want to go back and listen to how you sound here, you'll see for yourself how great the copy was. Your signal strength was averaging between excellent there, and just no troubles whatsoever copying you. So what a tremendous job you've done tracking down the problem with the antenna switch, and also getting the coax swapped out, because that's the most the easiest and best way to get your signal improved, because so many people, when they're new to VHF, they don't realize that the coax that they've had for HF will not perform very well up at these frequencies. So your signal is 1,000,000% improved. So congratulations on that. And I'm sure a lot more folks were able to hear you as well. So good job. Let's see. Speaking of aircraft scatter, we had Den, W7KMV, in via that mode, and so he's in and out. And as well as George, KD7XP down here. He's off to church this morning and doing his thing with the audio-visual stuff there. So next is K7HAM Lynn, and I got to say thank you again for those the sending me those glasses, and I will be looking for sunspots, and I can't wait till the annular eclipse coming up later on. So back over to you there, Lynn.
Contact.
Okay.
Yeah, stand by, Mike.
Well, morning to everybody on the net. So I'm just glad the cooler weather in the morning, so when I go for my bike ride, it's not 95 degrees, it's 70 degrees, so that's great. I'm just waiting until it's 70 degrees in the afternoon. Other than that, not much going on up here. Just sitting here listening to the net, watching FT8. A little activity on 10s, nothing extraordinary, but a little activity. So hopefully those CMEs won't wipe us all out. Other than that, we'll say 7-3's all, and we'll look for you guys next week. Back to you, Doug. K7EME, K7HAM.
Okay, very good, Lynn. We'll catch you next week, and I'll give you a report on those glasses when we touch base. Sounds good. And Mike, you had a comment? Go ahead.
Dave there, K7SWK, via email, and his email is not posted on QRZ, so I promised him an email from the Tuesday night roundtable, and haven't been able to fulfill that. Dave, if you're still listening, this WD7R, look me up in QRZ and send me an email if you can, and I'd like to share some information with you about the alignment of your 897. Thanks, Doug.
Oh, you got it. Dave, did you copy that?
I did. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. I did have to. I went in QRZ yesterday, as a matter of fact, and put in my personal email address. I hope that's the right thing to do. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate your help.
Okay, QSO. I'll look again, but thanks, Doug. Pardon the interruption, WD7R.
No, absolutely no problem. I'm glad you guys got that sorted out. Very good. Let's see, Lynn, and we had Dave, N7RK. Dave, are you still hanging around?
I'm still here. K7EME. This is N7RK. Good morning to the net. Have not been very active on 2 meters lately. I've been out of town for almost 2 weeks of this past month. Doug, I need to get a hold of Marco and see if I can get him back on 2 meters. He took his antenna down so he could do some work, and did not put it back up. So I need to bug him about that. Also, I have a torn rotator cuff in my right shoulder, so I can't do any antenna work until that's fixed, which I'm not looking forward to. So that's it for here. 73, good morning to the net. K7EME and 7RK.
Okay, Dave, I'm sorry to hear about the shoulder there, and hopefully you get that attended to and get your antenna capabilities back up. And fine on Marco. Yeah, it was fun working him down in Hermosillo, our international check-in there, and so yeah, I'd love to get him back involved here whenever he gets things going again. And so I'm sure you'll make it happen, and appreciate all your efforts there and what you do for the VHF community as a whole. So thank you much, and get that shoulder fixed up. Let's see, K7 Tango Tango Italy up in Queen Valley was in and out, and so that gets us to Dave, AE7 Mike Yankee. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, AE7 Mike Yankee here. Yeah, so instead I just spent last weekend building an antenna, and I get to try it out this weekend, and simple, but it seems to be effective. Everybody on the net up about probably 7 or 8 S units. So I got some people over S9, and the rest are significantly better. So horizontal makes the difference, and it cost me about $7 out of pocket to put it up, so that's not too bad. And speaking of the coax, I am running half-inch heliacs, because that's what I happen to have lying around. So it's both the antenna is made out of it, as well as the feed line to it. So K7EME.
Okay, excellent. Well, half-inch heliacs, you can't go wrong with that. Certainly on 2 meters, as best as you can go. And you made your antenna out of it. That's an interesting. I have never talked to anybody who made a loop out of a piece of half-inch hardline. So you'll have to let us know, or take a picture of it and send me an email of that. I'd like to see what that looks like there, Dave. But good job, and way to go getting off the vertical polarization. Just absolutely beautiful copy. Again, about the same as you were before, 5/9. So it's working, and you broke through the homeowners HOA restrictions there. Good job. All right, let's see. Next is KD7UUN. Mike, I'm going to turn my antenna over toward you, and we'll see how you're doing. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, Doug, good morning. KD7UUN. Well, let's see. Not too much happening here. Harvested a bunch of jalapenos and spent the last couple of days processing those and getting them canned. So those are now in the jars, so hopefully that'll get me through the winter. I got about 5 pints of them, so they last pretty well. So that'll last me at least a year, I would think. That was kind of fun doing that. So not too much going on the radio. I did want to mention that Chuck's signal is really nice here. It's always been good, but it's definitely noticeably better with the amplifier. And I did want to make note to the guys on the net, although probably nobody on this net really knew him, but there was a friend of mine. His name is Wade Poteet, who was a ham radio operator, W7LSN. Not so much VHFer, but mostly a high-speed CW guy. But he passed away this last week, and I think about him because he was a guy who preceded Chuck in a similar kind of a position. He was an astronomer and a physicist and a telescope builder at the U of A. And I know he built telescopes in Chile and different other places around the world. So he was a real interesting, smart guy that was really a good guy to know. So I'm glad I had the opportunity to know him. So there are a lot of smart people around that we're fortunate when we run into them. So, okay, that's pretty much it from here. So turn it back to you, K7EME, and the group, KD7UUN.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear about the silent key there. Wade, I think you said his name was. and a CW guy, high-speed CW no less, and that's a skill that is slowly being lost as people do pass on. I'm wondering, Chuck, did you know this gentleman? I guess Chuck's away from the mic. Okay, well, I'll have to ask him about that and see if he knew him. All right, let's see. Next on the list, well, we had Steve N7 THW was in and out up there in Lakeside, shivering in 41 degree weather. And K7EME Vince with his new Husky pup is in and out, so that gets us to Mike. So Mike, take it away. WD7R, the platform's all yours.
Good morning, one and all. WD7R, good signals. Once I had my antenna pointed the right direction, that's always something on the checklist. I missed this morning, Doug. Sorry about that, but checklists are good. Had a good time at Parents' Day yesterday at Arizona State. Had some good food and festivities, and of course the big highlight was the ASU-USC game. Very interesting game, lots of turnovers and crazy plays. Kind of kept us on the edge of our seat till the last quarter when I think things kind of fell apart. But at any rate, it was a fun time. But doing good here, trying to work that Tango 22 Tango station out in Tualu Island out there between Australia and Hawaii. I think it's a DXpedition, I'm not sure, but I saw Jasper working yesterday, lucky her, and I've been trying my luck, not so good here, but we'll keep trying. That'd be a new country for me. So anyway, see you all on 3695 tonight, about 1800 or so. We're going to start a little earlier as the days are getting shorter, so that should help. But hopefully everyone has a great day. Enjoy the antenna weather, and 73 from WD7R.
Okay, sounds good, Mike. And, well, I'm glad to see Jasper's getting on the air more. She had a lot of wind issues there. And so congratulations to her, if you're listening in, Jasper, on working that bit of DX there. So good deal. And, Mike, always good to hear you there. And, guys, don't forget Tuesday night. Yep, he's got that great net going on that 7 o'clock this frequency Tuesday night. So join in. Those of you who are new, it's a great place to ask questions, a very informal roundtable about just any discussion you want to have. So join us up there on Tuesday nights. And Robert, as long as I'm plugging nets, Robert has the 222 net on Fridays at 7 p.m. on 222.100, and getting lots and lots of more activity there. And so that net is growing by leaps and bounds. So another good one. And just off the top of my head on what's on your workbench roundtable on Thursday nights. If you have questions about homebrew and all that sort of stuff, that's the place to go on 432-100 at 8 p.m. local time, Mountain Standard Time. Anyway, and I'm sure there's more I've not mentioned, but all those are available on AZ-SWOT.net. So there you go. Let's see. Gene, K8 Whiskey Queen. So you guys have been getting together and helping Steve out with the side rails on his truck. So what else you been up to? K8WQ, it's all yours. Hello, Gene. Are you still there?
I think he was a one and done there, Doug.
All right. Thanks a lot for that. I didn't get that. I know Doug, W7IXA, was one and done, so that gets us down to number 23 on the list. And Warren, K7CWA. Warren, how you doing this week?
Oh, this is K7CWA, and I'm doing, I guess, relatively well. Still here, still amongst the active hands, I guess. such as it is. But I know I've commented on this before, but I listened to all the stations, and I've got to rank your audio as being the best, at least for my ears. I can understand you easier than probably anybody. So I really applaud the shaping you've done with your audio. But I told you that before, I know. So nothing much going on here. It's just listening to a few things and that, checking into the digital net on 40 meters on Saturday, and that's the New Mexico net. So that's really about it. Just here listening and for the count. Back to you guys. K7EME, K7EME.
Okay, Warren. Well, thank you very much for the comment on the audio. I do my best, but sometimes it gets a little off, and we always I always like those reports to know that it's doing okay. And it sounds like we've got it doing all right on the audio stream as well from what comments I've been getting. But that in particular, if anybody ever hears anything off there, that's something new, and appreciate the feedback there as well. So Warren, you take care, and we'll catch up with you next Sunday. We had Serge up in Las Vegas, was in and out, difficult conditions this morning, not as good as usual by any means, but we did get him. And Albert, KG7 Papa Tango Papa up there in Chandler was in and out. So that gets us down to John, KJ7 Golf Sierra Kilo, portable. John is portable up there in the Wickenburg area, running 20 watts and some new coax, and got a good signal. John, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Doug, and good morning to everyone on the net. Thank you for having me again. Yes, I am doing portable this week out in the middle of the desert, about 20 miles southeast of Wickenburg, running a 35 amp hour battery, powering a Yaesu FC897. I am running some new coax. Doug suggested running the LMR 400, and it is making a world of difference. That's going into a 3-element Yagi pointing south. The desert is absolutely beautiful. A little bit chilly this morning, but once that sun came up, we're warming up to about, maybe low 80s. And it is so peaceful and quiet right now, not a single person in sight. So with that, I wanted to say thank you, Doug, for all your help with your suggestions and recommendations for including my signal strength. And thank you for having me on the net. Have a good weekend to everybody, and we'll catch you guys next weekend, 7-3.
Okay, well, my pleasure on the help with the station there, and absolutely anybody out there that has questions, just drop me an email. It may take a day or two before I notice it and get back to you, but I will if we can't answer your questions here on the net itself. But good job, and I do have a question for you. In that, do you do a lot of portable work? Are you camping out there, or what's your situation there? Over.
Yeah, I do. Actually, I started in ham radio back around 2019. I spent a lot of time off the road, just camping, being off the grid, and just getting away from the city and everything. And so as much as I can, I try to operate remotely as possible. And especially now with summer coming to an end and fall and winter here, most likely every week I'm checking in. I'll try to check in from a different place remotely.
Okay, very good. I love doing that myself, and do at least a couple, if not 3 trips a year, and take a bunch of radio gear out into the field, and so I enjoy that. And so we'll look forward to hearing from you at different portable spots as you continue to do that. That sounds great. Let's see, where are we now? We're down to Jim, WX7G up in Gilbert. Jim, how are you doing this week, my friend?
Doing great, Doug. WX7G, Jim up here in the east suburbs of beautiful downtown Gilbert. SWOT 3666. It's been a fun week for me. What was getting together for amateur radio operators at breakfast time and the different nets and stuff like that. The only thing I got a question for, Doug, I heard a comment and it mystified me. I will use that term. And somebody made the comment that they had to get permission to go above 50 watts on 70 centimeters. And enlighten me if you can. WX7G, back to net control.
Okay, yes, good question there, Jim. And there is, in certain areas of the country, due to military communications operations and radar and that sort of thing, there are some restrictions on the 70 centimeter band output. And here in Arizona, we are in one of those areas. New Mexico and Florida, I think, are a couple more spots. Anyways, so you're restricted to 50 watts effective radiated power. And but it all is not lost. You can request and receive quite easily a permission to run higher power, and that is done through the FCC. It's been a while since I've done that, but they forward that to the Department of Defense, and in particular, it's Fort Huachuca, the command down there. And they do a terrain analysis. You got to give them your exact location and a rundown on your station, your intentions. Just nothing hard, really. And there are forms available and letters that you can. The number of us have copies of those. You can get that information of just what sort of letter and where to send it. Somebody around knows where you can do that. And Lark Hadley is the name of the contact at the FCC. Very nice fellow, and he will get you going on that. So you can get approval up to a kilowatt. That's been done, and you just, like I say, have to give them a rundown. And I've never heard of anybody being denied. So does that answer your question there, Jim?
Yeah, for the most part, the only question I have is, here in Arizona, is it, where would you find out whether you're in the restricted area or not, or is it the entire state of Arizona?
Yeah, it's pretty much, I believe, the entire state. And with the Air Force bases and such, it pretty much covers the whole state.
Yeah, it's the whole state, Doug.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Chuck, I think, just went through that process.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that. Interesting to know. I currently don't have any equipment that pushes more than 50 watts. Well, maybe. My 4100 may exceed that, but anyway, something to remember. Thank you very much for that. It was a good thing to learn this morning. WX7G, back to net control, 7-3.
Okay, Jim. Well, that was a great question and of interest to, I think, a lot of the folks on the net. They may not have known about that. So good job. All right. Well, we'll talk to you next week, Jim. We had Bill up in Kingman, KK7 Bravo Victor. Bill, by any chance, are you still monitoring up there? Yeah, nothing heard. I didn't think he would be staying around. Mike, KD5NLP, you are next. Go ahead, Mike.
Good morning, Doug. This is Mike, KD5NLP in Glendale. I could hear the station in Wittenberg. It was coming in really good here. My beam is not even pointed that way. Not even back of me. It's pointed more towards you. How about 130 degrees north? That's first even good. I didn't want to call now, but he's still listening. For the wattage he's putting out, he's doing pretty good. But there's not too much going on here. It looks like I may have lost another tree. I lost 2 fruit trees. looks like the infantry is dead. So I have a landscaper coming out Wednesday. Determination from that. But I know one thing I'm not going to put down. I think I said now. Other than that, my days chopping trees down are over. I did the last one on last Saturday. But other than that, we're doing good. This winter, I am going to get a new radio, probably the AZ. And it's going to be I was looking at the 991, but they still want to do the sideband, and there's some other nets that I want to do that I need that capability. But, yeah, other than that, things are going good. I complain, but it falls on deaf ears, I guess. But, yeah, you sound good, and I wasn't in the room, and I don't know if I was able, if I heard my WD-700. I'll be on tonight, 3695, and we'll talk then. And other than that, Doug, I hope everything is flying by you, and you're not working too hard. But it looks like this winter is going to be busy for all of us. And I may even put a bigger Yagi up. I'm not sure about that yet. I was looking at elk antennas. And may do that if it's lighted up. But definitely a different radio here, because I've noticed 2-meter FM. I can't get 12 doesn't work. I mean, it works, but I can't see it, and I don't know why. I've asked for audio check. The audio check is fine. Yeah, something's not right, but side of it is always pretty good. Yeah, that adjustment that you helped me with several weeks ago worked well. And I wrote those down, and I doubt if I'll lose them. But anyway, Doug, yeah, we'll catch you tonight if you're going to be around. 85 NLP, back to you, Doug.
Okay, very good, Mike. And yeah, probably will be on 3695 this evening, and doing checking in with everybody around the state on that. And I'm sorry to hear about the fruit tree. You've had a bad season with losing fruit trees. I always hate to see that happen. So best of luck with that, and I hope you don't lose any more, for sure. Let's see. Next is Pete, and just as an aside here, I'm actually on Flight Radar 24 tracking the helicopter that's bringing the space capsule with the asteroid sample back to wherever it's headed, a NASA helicopter out there. Interesting. Anyway, Pete, over to you. You got anything special going on this week? How's things over there on the other side of the mountain?
I don't know if I got anything special. My friend Mary came back from Chicago finally. She was up there for a long time. So I got to try and catch up with her. And I can't think of anything. Well, the 28th. I guess that's Friday. My primary care doctor is retiring. He's doing a little thing up at his office. So I got a new primary care doctor to meet somewhere along the line. He's been good. We've worked out well together. Managed to keep me somewhat healthy. Let me see. Oh, it's a good thing I got that. Sample out of the middle of the desert before somebody reached in there, scooped it up, and ran off with it. I heard that the civilians actually found it before the military did. It's going to Johnson, Houston, I guess it is, Johnson Space Center or whatever. Anyway, they're taking it down there. They got to keep it clean, and so it went up at that air base up in Utah. They took it to a clean room, made sure it was all in good shape, packaged it up, and it's going to another clean room
down in Houston, and they'll open it up there and see what they got. Other than that, nothing at all. There's something else that crossed my mind, but fortunately these days there's a lot of ventilation in my mind and things come and go. Anyway, Doug, thanks for calling the net. We'll catch up with you later. N6 ETA.
All right, Pete. Yeah, lots of ventilation. You get up as we get older. It seems that the doors get left open, the windows get left open, and those brain cells kind of escape out that way. I don't know, but I'm taking it kicking and screaming. That's for sure. Okay, well, very good on all that, and we'll catch up with you on Sunday there, Pete. I'm glad you found a new dock there, and that it's working out. Let's see. Next on the list up in Oracle, Arizona, is Troy, WA7ELN. So go ahead, Troy.
Yeah, real good, Doug, and the group. I enjoyed this morning giving the 736 a good workout here. And some noise came on, and this was the only chance I've had to try the noise blanker, and that seems to work fairly well. There is some problem I've noticed with the receiver AGC or something there. You kind of boom in, and all the other guys have turned the volume up, and then Doug comes back, and it's really loud. So anyway, we've got more parts on order, and I'm going to have as much money into parts on this radio as I paid for the radio itself. But I hope to restore it to the point where it's just like it was when Yaesu sent it out to one of the ham radio stores, and somebody bought it many years ago. So probably those parts are scheduled to be here by the 30th, so I'm thinking on Friday night it'll probably be my last 220 net for a while, because after the 220 net I will move the radio back out to the shop and begin trying to do the restoration of the radio to top performance there with the AGC problem, the problem of not putting out power on 450, and various other things that I want to do to it to get it back into top-rated condition there. I really like the radio there. I might even look for another one here one of these days and see if I can have a backup one. I know it's kind of crazy, not to put that money towards a brand new radio, but I like a button for everything rather than having to go into a menu. So it kind of goes along with my operating procedure there. And I think that on the power on UHF, I think that's 50 watts TPO, and you said ERP there, Doug. So, but from what I remember, that's TPO. Anyway, back to net, WA7ELN.
Okay, Troy. Well, thank you for that correction there. And it's been a long time since I've read those. So I take everything with a grain of salt that I said on that. But in general, everybody can find that online and get that sorted out if you want to do that on 70 centimeters. But yeah, primarily, I'm glad you're motivated to get that thing back to brand new tip-top shape, and if anybody, I know you'll be able to do that. And the nice thing about the 736R is that there were, modular in construction. There's a lot of boards out there from parts rigs, and you can find just about any part of that radio, especially on eBay, I know I had to do that with mine that I had for many, many, many years. And that was a flagship, really the rig to have on moon bounce and satellite work and everything back in its day. I started with this earlier sibling, the 726R, which was an okay radio, but the 736R really rose above that. And you know, as late as not maybe a couple of years ago, I heard people on the moon still. There was a handful of folks around using that on EME. So you know, there's folks out there using that. Anyway, let's move on to Ken, W7KZM, and see how he's doing up north of me in Marana here. Go ahead, Ken.
Good morning, Whiskey 7 Kilo Zulu Mike. Hope everybody's doing well. This week I purchased a Rig Expert AA55 Zoom and to replace my old 249C MSJ. Perhaps I'll learn how to get some more information out of my antennas. I've been working on an end-fed half-wave. I know it's not a big deal, but I'm trying to get the coax length set up correctly. I've got a small yard in the backyard, so I have to find a proper place to put it so the coax stretches out, or I might have to curl it up. But anyway, I'm waiting for the Rig Expert to come and see if I can use that so we can get some better information out of it. See, health-wise, been working out and making my comeback, alternating bike with the gym, eating better, a better diet. But last night I worked so hard I had to have a couple of ice cream sandwiches to feel human again. This week I'm doing more CW practice before I get together with Mike. Last time was sort of a disaster, so you know I'm gonna bring my brain to the get together this week and see if I can impress Mike. The last thing is my TE amp is still missing and not fixed yet, so patiently waiting for that to return. And on a personal note, I thought PPO meant PPO outside, so I just learned something this week. Anyway, Whiskey 7 Kilo Zulu Mike, I hope everybody has a nice week and is very healthy. 73.
Okay. Well, that's what I always thought it was, PPO. You know, it's what I tell my dogs. Okay, sounds good. Good job there, Ken. And hopefully you get that amplifier back soon and get that all up and running again on the air. Sounds good. Jim, N6CAZ, how you doing down in Vail? It's all yours.
All right there, Doug. Yeah, everybody, not much new here. Gosh, week went flying by as usual. Didn't get any radio stuff done yesterday, really, but instead I kept busy with other little odd things around the house here. I'm actually starting to get stuff ready for the Hamfest next a couple weeks away or whatever it is. Usually what happens is I start stuff, it's last minute, and I just kind of throw things in the bin or whatever. And this time I'm trying to get the odds and ends, the parts that don't necessarily move fast and stuff like that, and kind of get them organized so maybe they'll be looked over a little more and maybe considered. So we'll go from there. But I'm trying to add some stuff, get it ready beforehand for a change, so we'll see what happens. A friend of mine, actually down in Sierra Vista, just let us know, well, a couple weeks ago he informed me that his father had a stroke, and he just kind of said, you know, I'll be busy for a while, and I'll let you, you know, we asked him, of course, to keep us in the loop as to what was going on. His father's been in California, but anyway, we just found out this week that his father passed away just this, I guess, Thursday or something like that, Wednesday or Thursday. But he was an active ham, and my friend's over there right now kind of going through all his stuff. He was quite the repair guy and quite the operator, part of a regular, I think, 40 or 80 meter net pretty much every week and stuff like that. So kind of a bummer for him, but at the same time, I think part of it, I mean, the stroke wasn't really anticipated, but knowing that his father was getting older, I'm sure they were already kind of making arrangements for what to do with his stuff when he passes and whatnot. So he's already told me at least the basics of what he's got, and he's going to be bringing a carload of it back with him this next week. So he might actually have a couple of items at the Hamfest too. One of them is probably, I think, his father's main rig, which was a 7300. He's also got an Elecraft of some sort, I think it's a KX3 or something like that. But he's got all kinds of parts and test gear stuff and everything. So it's one of those things, when somebody passes, you know, everything kind of makes a little bit of a pass around. Stuff gets repurposed and whatnot, but better than having it thrown in a trash bin or donated by family members that don't know what it is. So I guess that's coming up here in the future. But anyway, it's kind of a bummer. I met his father some time ago. He was out here just a few months ago visiting and gave him a Collins radio. It's one of the real older ones, the military style ones or whatever. I don't know much about Collins. I know the S line from later on, but this is the older stuff. He had a receiver, and I think he said he's got it listed somewhere already. But he's had that for a while, and I guess now he's got the rest of the estate to deal with. So we're you know, kind of a bummer. Haven't really talked to him about it, but we'll see what he's like when he gets back next week. But like I said, I know he's going to be putting stuff in the Hamfest and online and whatnot. So yeah, it's one of those things. It happens, you know. You can't take it with you. Anyway, not a lot else going on over here, but good to try and catch up on the nets and stuff like that. Both Wednesday and Thursday, caught up with everybody on the 432 roundtables and stuff like that. Good to hear everybody on there. I know for a while it seemed like just I could only hear you, Doug, and maybe, you know, Al or somebody if they were local in there, but a lot of the Phoenix stations just don't seem to come in as well at night. But it was pretty good this week, so maybe I'll give it more of a chance if I'm not already passed out from working all day or whatever, but we'll go from there. Anyway, I know you got in here kind of late, but I'm not sure if anybody else is lurking after me, but anyway, we'll turn it back to you, and 6 AZ.
All right, Jim. Well, it was nice to run into you there on during the week, and glad you're doing okay, and you got back from the business continuing ed or whatever study thing that you had up in the Phoenix area for a week, and yeah, sorry to hear about your friend's dad, and that is the cycle of life and the cycle of the ham gear that comes along with it. But sounds like there'll be maybe something interesting at the Hamfest. Sounds like quite a bit of stuff, and I'm sure your friend is being missed by a lot of the ham, especially some of the net folks there on 80 and 40. If he was participating in that, they have quite a group of older hams every day on those bands. And let's see here. So, yes, you are at the bottom of the list, so that gets us to the point in the day where we ask for any late check-ins. So please come now.
Hey, Doug, I had one last thing.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, when it was my turn, I forgot to mention to the group, you and I had talked about it, but I just want to let the group know that I am in the very early stages of planning our spring camping trip, and the destination this coming spring will be the Great Basin National Park, and we're going to take radio with us in earnest for the first time, and we're going to activate some fairly sparsely populated grids, DM 27, 28, maybe 29 and 39, and may get some support from Doug and maybe others, depending on how things work out. But just wanted to keep people noted. It'll be the last week of May and the first 2 weeks of June. That's Memorial Day weekend is in the middle there. We're going to be out in the middle of nowhere, so I'm not worried about the crowds. But just keep it in the back of your minds if you're a grid hunter, NJ6D.
Yeah, very good. And yeah, I forgot about it. We were just talking about that, and you were going to mention that. So we'll have to bring that up again next week as well, because some of those grids, guys, are extremely rare. Like one of them, I think on 6 meters, Chuck told me is the number 2 missed grid or needed grid for the Worked All Grids in North America award, Fred Fish Memorial or something like that on 6 meters. So good point, Chuck, and we'll have to keep mentioning that as time gets closer, and it'll go by quickly. All right, with that, we'll shut things down. Everybody have a good week, and it's been a blast as always. K7EME will close the net down.
Thanks, Doug, and we'll be turning off the live stream here, and the amp didn't give up the ghost for the net, so that's all good.
Absolutely. I just stopped the stream. No, you did great, and we've got plenty enough hours on that thing now at full power that it's not an issue. I do not believe.
Good net, guys. K7ZYP.
Yeah, thanks, Al. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think the gremlins are getting worked out. Now it's to put the shininess and the polish on it.
Oh yeah. Well, the shininess will be cool. That and a learning experience for me as I watch you do all the magic with the readouts and the board work there to get. I don't know if it's Arduino. It's Arduino based that you're going to be doing, right?
Well, it's a cousin of Arduino. It's just one of the many families of microcontrollers, but you can use the Arduino programming interface, but I'm using something called CircuitPython. So Arduino is C++ coding, and I'm using, like I said, something called CircuitPython. A little easier to read and make it more legible, but the processor is what's called an RP2040, which is a derivative of the Raspberry Pi.
Okay, Raspberry Pi. That was the other thing I was thinking of. Yeah, awesome. Well, looking forward to seeing the results of that. And again, your blogs and all that are, putting that on, it's going to help other folks or inspire them, not help them so much, also as inspiring them as well. So very good. And Al, you made it through the whole net. Good job. And so you continue to get better as well.
Yeah, I'm working on it, Doug. I stepped away from the radio there for just a second. So, yeah. Well, I was watching that stuff on the Osiris, and so those people went walking up there. I was hoping they were going to open it up and stick their hand in there and grab a handful of dust so that we could look at it. Over.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, definitely. Well, it looks like they got it under control. I'm watching the feed off of NASA TV here, and they've got it. Looks like they're putting it into some sort of shipping jig to send it back down to Texas. So it looks amazingly in good shape. It doesn't look all burnt up and everything, although it's hard to tell. It's kind of dark, but the fittings on the side don't look burnt. I don't know if the heat shield maybe separates after when the parachute comes out and it was actually covered up or what. But yeah, very, very cool stuff, and going to be really interesting to see, follow that along and see what the research shows and just what they found. I saw someone making a comment, or there was an odd article on one of the news internet news things that was poo-pooing how NASA will never get Mars samples back to Earth, but you know, that seems to me, compared to finding an asteroid out in the middle of the dark void, landing on that asteroid briefly and grabbing up a chunk of it and bringing it back to Earth and successfully bringing it home is no less difficult, and if not more difficult than landing on Mars to pick up the samples that are out there already waiting to be picked up. So I you know, there's always naysayers out there, but don't, you know, NASA may be way over budget and you know, faulty in a lot of ways, but they do some amazing stuff and pretty incredible. Anyway, I'll quit waxing on here, being the geek that I am. Back to you, Al.
Yeah, Roger. You know, another neat thing that they did a few years ago was they shot a BB at something. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, you can actually shoot this stuff with BBs. A big giant BB, I guess it was. I don't remember what they did with it. Doesn't seem right, though. I don't think we should go around shooting windows and stuff in the solar system here. We need to be good neighbors. Anyway, yeah, good net, guys. And Chuck, you're making a lot of progress over there. And Robert, thanks for doing NetLogger. Appreciate it. I'm going to get off of here, go get something to eat, shaking like a leaf. That's one thing. I am just starving to death all the time. And I don't know what that's all about. I talked to the doctor. She didn't say anything. Maybe it has something to do with I don't know, not being able to breathe properly or use oxygen properly. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, have a good day, guys. We'll catch you this evening. K7EME. Over to you, Chuck.
Yeah, okay, Al. Well, you know, after my little medical event last year in September, and I went through a bunch of stuff there, and I'm still there. My appetite went through the roof, and at the same time I was losing weight. So, you know, your body metabolism changes, and you know, with if you're continuing to hold back on smoking, your body metabolism is certainly changing, and you're processing stuff differently. So, you know, having a good appetite's a good thing. Al, go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. I have thought about that. I thought about, you know, the appetite thing and the smoking cessation. But I'll tell you what, sometimes I want one so bad. But I keep telling myself, Al, you got to hold out. You got to hold out. And anyway, we'll get used to not having those things eventually. I haven't had one. It's been, I think the last time I had a smoke was August. Sometime around the 12th, I think. Over.
Well, that's excellent progress there, Al. Congratulations on that for sure. And you know, I've never been a smoker myself, but I've been told, and I know that nicotine is one of the hardest to get over. And so kudos. I think in the end, it'll be you and your body will appreciate it. But yeah, you know, I was saying last night, I don't know if you had a chance to go shopping yet, but make sure you get some ice cream on your shopping list.
Yeah, it's right up at the top there. Yeah, I think I told you about watching all those cooking shows and stuff. How to make tamales, 12 different ways, all kinds of different casseroles, and oh man, I'll tell you. So I will be going I'm just going to have to hold back. I don't want to spend too much at the grocery store. Anyway, but we'll get some ice cream. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get out of here and go eat some granola bars or something. K7ZYP. I'm going to throw it over to Robert. Go ahead, pick it up, Robert. 7-3.
I think Robert is already at the breakfast table, which is where I'm headed next to. Catch you guys later.
Hey, thanks everybody. Great net this morning. KN7Y 7-3.
Okay, you got it. 7-3s, guys.
Hey, just a quick question there, Doug.
Yeah, Jim, go ahead.
Yeah, I know you got a Flex. What model did you get?
I got the 6400 without the Maestro, and I'm glad I did not invest in the Maestro because I'm finding out that I much rather look at the touchscreen and use the computer for that. But the receiver is unbelievable, just unbelievable. So I'm very happy.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was just telling a friend of mine about it, and he said I was describing your night and day difference from the 7610, and he's had the 7610 for quite a while, so I was just kind of curious. He was curious which model it was. He's pretty impressed with Flex too, but I don't know if he's quite ready for it yet. I mean, he's got to get something on the air right now. But anyways, I'll let you go, but I was just curious on that one for him.
Oh, yeah. Well, nothing against the 7610. I mean, it ranks real high in the Sherwood reports on the receiver, but it's just a level above. And if I'm seeing that on HF, I cannot wait till I get that Q5 transmitter multibander and get this thing on 2 meters and what have you to see. Like this morning, I had some problem with the power line noise that came up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it's S7. And the 9700 did a pretty good job, but the audio gets a little ragged and whatever. And I know from playing with it that that's not going to happen with the Flex. And so yeah, it took a long time, believe me, to get the guts to do it. And I was having issues with cutting and pasting and doing all that kind of stuff. I'm not good at all, but learning the software for the Flex has just not been a problem. So that remains to be seen. The jury. On the other hand, too, I am keeping the 9700 and the other icons just in case. You never know. All right, 7-3s.
Hey, Doug, before you go, just one last question. On your Flex software with your laptop, are you using the touch screen on the laptop? Is that working out well?
I did not get a laptop. What I got was an all-in-one desktop with a 27-inch monitor computer all-in-one. And that is working fine. I'm not used to using it just yet because I'm still bopping around with the mouse, but I think once I get adjustments and stuff done, the touch screen will be much more in play. But yes, I am glad I got the touch screen.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking forward to upgrading or getting a touch screen monitor integrated in here for my Flex Control 2. So just wondering how that was working out for you. All right. It's late in the morning. We'll let you go. And oh, by the way, I'm going to be heading over to Steve's place here in about an hour to go have a look at that machine. So I'll keep you posted. K7EME and J60.
Okay, I was actually watching a YouTube video on milling machines last night. Interesting. But anyway, yeah, this is a really nice one, and I hope it all works out. And tell Steve hello.
Yep, will do. And should be good. Oh, there goes my phone. All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, 7-3s, and I think there was somebody. Was there somebody else in there?
Yeah, I just Chuck. I was curious.
you know, he and Steve are going to come to a deal.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening today. So he got a phone call there, Troy, but I think that's where they're at. So we'll probably find out more tonight.
Yeah, I've been kind of the middleman getting the two together there because I knew Steve wanted to get rid of it, and you know, I thought that's something that Chuck would really like. But yeah, I may hear about it tonight if you guys get on 432 after 3695.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll see what happens, and yeah, good job on being the middleman, because I know Steve was trying to downsize a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I've got one other idea, technical idea that I wanted to talk to you and Chuck about, a possible project, but I'll save that for later. But remind me if I forget.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I gotta scoot here and get something to eat. I'm hungry. All right, we'll catch you later.
Okay, WA7ELN. We'll head over. We listen to 432 when we're here most of the day. So we're not in the office most of the day, but we go turn the radio back over to that frequency. So anyway, talk to you later, WA7ELN.
Catch you later, K7EME.